on chat. Hey there. Welcome to the Flat Out Truth. I'm Paulino B Michael. And so we're getting ready. Our topic today is society versus the media. So hold on a second. Popped out. Okay. Sorry about that. My audio is off. So anyway, yeah. So society versus media. So is this a good thing with social media as well as a bad thing? And are they pushing certain topics? Are they hiding certain topics? So this is what we're trying to get into today. It seems like everybody has to double check everything and make sure what you're reading or seeing or in the memes are real. And as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. So without that further ado, I can at least get Chelsey on the mic.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get
Your audio.
that cord.
Yeah, I think you need a cord.
I have one cord, guys. If you guys don't follow us, I've been switching this cord out and it keeps messing up. So they don't make this cord really well. And I hate the big headphones. I'm just saying. So anyway, it just seems like that everybody's very glued to social media. And if you're older, you're glued to news media or the mainstream media. And then we have to use our discernment on what they're trying to either push or what's the reality. Sometimes people think, is that really how our world is? Or is it just what they're showing you, that little piece, that little bubble? And that's where we get into using discernment, maybe double checking or looking for things for yourself. You have to do your own due diligence and try to realize what the reality is. At least even start with your household, your neighborhood, your city, your county, your state. And then, you can move on after that. There's just so many things that people think are reality, but they're not. It's more of an agenda or they're just a partial truth, which is still the same thing in my mind. If they're only telling you part of it, it's like the context is all off. So, it can be very dangerous, especially if you just get led down the wrong road, especially on the biblical side, right? It's almost like if you have a preacher or a minister we call it cherry picking scriptures, they can make their own doctrine up they want. They can start their own church and then there's their own religion and they can be leading people away from what the whole entire Bible is about or all the biblical text. So I don't know if Chelsey can speak yet.
I can speak.
All right, she can speak. She's halfway on mother duty. So, so what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's definitely sorry.
Live, I love it.
I know it's I know, and even more than anybody's like I have to half listen and pay attention to the chat and do this and do that and I have to do all one-handed. So
you're doing a good job.
My listening skills are horrible when it comes to that, but
hey, if anything, we're genuine. This is like not an act. We're not just bumbling around and some streams run quicker and smoother depending on the children and babysitting and technical, right? I mean, we have a lot of things going on. So forgive us, everybody, on this platform and maybe some others.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I gotta find, I gotta remember his name. Was it Scott? Scott. You owe him a song.
Oh, I do. Yeah, if he shows up, I'm about to hit it up, even if he doesn't do anything.
So I'll try to find him for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, figuring out all sorts of things. And I think it's so interesting how social media has changed. I think, like you said, it was a kind of a free for all at the beginning. So everybody ended up, let's see how, okay, we're okay. Everybody at the beginning, it was like every platform was like, here, do this, free stuff. We'll let you do what you want. Do this, do that. And so they got all of the people that they wanted. And then they slowly kind of squeezed until it is what it is now. Like we had, I know at 2020, there were so many people we knew that their channels were being banned left and right from different things. And they have since loosened a little bit. But people have migrated to different platforms based on that. Like, for example, before 2020, feels like there's a shift, like a lot of YouTube. And then
YT.
Or shoot, yeah.
Love you, TikTok shop.
I have that on shortcut. let me fix that my YT. So we've got
it's all right.
This goes back to what is it? The social do's and don'ts. We're still working on the do's and don'ts.
Hey, that's what we had last week. We're trying to figure this all out. Like we just learned today, like how TikTok really works. So if you're on a live, and this I didn't know this. Like I've been on a lot of streams on TikTok. And got a lot of gifts and all these things. But if you exit without the host, what they say, what they call it,
I guess releasing you
or knocking you down or whatever, you lose a big percentage of those. I mean, like you still get paid out, but you lose a lot of that on live time. But if you have them push you down, you get a way bigger time and purchase or whatever you want to call it. It's very interesting, but we just found that out. And you know how many times I've been like 200, 300 and be like, man,
left.
Yeah, I left because the baby's crying or something's happening. I gotta go do something, so I just shut my phone and I get kicked out, or how many times all of us have done it. You're on TikTok and you're on a live and you could be on there as, on one of the panels and all of a sudden you accidentally hit the wrong thing and slide up and now you're kicked out. Now you come back in, you go, hey, can you add me back up?
Yep. And
you lose a lot of that stuff that, that was given to you. So every platform is different is what we found out, but it's all about, they're pushing certain things, right? Like TikTok likes you to buy stuff from TikTok, obviously. And they really don't like you on anything else, I mean, even when they give these boosts and stuff, like they have certain time periods they like it, usually the weekend, paydays and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they don't want you mentioning or being on anything else. They'd rather have you just be here 24/7. Kind of like the Black Mirror, if anybody's ever watched that.
It's just a good show.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling more calm now. Dude, you guys don't understand how we rush to get these things done sometimes between babysitter, and we have a sick 2-year-old. And yeah, it gets pretty crazy around here. I mean, most people, right? I mean, I guess you guys do kind of care about some of our personal life. I mean, you guys like our banter. It seems like people like it. I mean, we just live a real life and spread truth in all things. Everybody does that. No, they don't. But I mean, I wish everybody did that. I mean, small talk would be way better. Just imagine how much better small talk would be. Would it really be small talk if you're talking about everything that really affected your life? Instead of who did or did not win an XYZ game, I
know, because in some instances it's like that's what people like. That right? We have the society versus the media. It's like that's what people want now. We've been through this even with AI, and even now a lot of people do scripts or they do faked videos and things like that, or they do scripted videos, and so people are looking for something genuine. And in some sense, it's like okay, you do something for the camera. But it's so much easier, and I think you can tell a lot of times like that genuineness that comes through because it's just it's different.
We could edit everything out and be beautiful. I'm just like, throw me a filter on before you know it, man. I'd be looking way sexier than I normally look. Like
that's hard.
It is hard. It's hard to fix this. You know what I mean? It's so perfect.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's just like, there's just like this push though, right? There's always a narrative. And then you wonder, like, they try to say it's for the good of everybody, right? And that's how they usually say, I mean, biblically, the Pharisees did the same thing, modifying the Mosaic laws and stuff. And it seems like a lot of countries and governments do it here. And then the media does the same thing. It's almost like we're not grown-ups enough to know the whole truth. Or they try to steer us a certain way, and a lot of times it doesn't work. But a lot of times it's advertising dollars. I mean, people sometimes don't want the reality of there's some doom and gloom. They want sunshine and butterflies, Yeah. And everybody's a winner, and everybody looks great, even without those filters. Oh, I couldn't even tell the difference between you and your filter self, even though I didn't recognize you. But who knows? I can't point that out. That'd be mean?
Yeah.
You can't tell the truth around here. So.
Yeah, and I think there's such a difference between wanting to stay positive, to push forward, to keep grinding, I guess you could say, keep attacking and things like that. But that is very different from what it's turned into, which is, like you said, it's just this feel good, like everybody's got their own truth and your own truth is valid no matter what it is. And that's just not the flat out truth. You have your perspective, which no one can take from you. No one can take your perspective because you are the only one that experiences it. But to say that there is no, in fact, truth at all, then everything's fluid, everything goes out the window, and everybody's right. And which leads to a very, very slippery slope that does not go anywhere good.
Yeah, and it goes everywhere, right? So like if you have a fluid mindset like that everybody has their own truth, and then the biblical, like we go into the biblical part, then everybody has their truth of what the Bible's saying. You know, there's not like a true way of being through the Bible, through the biblical text, the will of the Most High, the will of Yahweh, the will of the Son, the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Like none of that is real because it's fluid. It's how you feel, right?
Right.
And people like that sometimes. They'll even give their 10% or whatever that is at a church, you know, so that they can keep doing whatever they're doing in their life, even if it goes against the biblical text, because their preacher says, hey, it's fine. Just keep throwing those dollars in there, and we'll just let you believe whatever you want.
Yeah, and that's why I think so many people are starting to just pick it up for themselves. Like we've talked about Charlie Kirk in the past, and I just happened to run across a video of him today, and that's what he would say. He didn't say which Bible. He didn't say go to this church. He didn't say this type of that or this one. He just said pick it up and read it. Start somewhere. Yeah. And I think that plus they still do, and a lot of people are put off. They've gone to a church like yourself and it was an awful experience, and which is too bad. And that's why we got to bring it back into like being one. I feel like I used to be stuck. I've had people told me I used to be stuck up, and I was like, dang it, because I don't want to be like that. But if nobody told me, guess what, I'd still be stuck up. So true. You gotta take a look at yourself and say, hey, do I want to be this way? Do I not want to be this way? Take the criticism, look at it objectively, and say yes or no. And the answer, hey, it might be no, but at least you looked at yourself.
You know, and it goes like that with even like laws, right? So people may not agree with the law, you know, and then they try to change it or make it fluid through their feelings, and that never works out. It really doesn't. And then what they'll do is they'll whine and protest enough that maybe a law will be changed to amend that law to make it even more gray, right? So that's what they do to it. They make it more gray. Yeah. And so then nobody knows what it becomes, like arbitrary, like, oh, I'll let you get away with it, but not you, or this is what it means here. And another judge might say, no, it means this. And then it just gets too chaotic, right? I mean, like nobody wants, like you said, there's the truth. That's like saying that the Most High is the ultimate truth. But then most people are like, no, he's fluid. See, so like, and it just becomes this weird, nobody's drawing the line. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's right. You know, they got their own truths. Like I went on this guy's podcast, right? You know, and he started out real good. It was a men's group, and it was really solid, right? And you know, I get it. He let a couple of women in there for their perspective, but like they even let Chelsey on, and they love Chelsey because Chelsey will tell people that we live in the biblical sense. You know, it's me, it's the Most High, myself beneath him, and then Chelsey, and then the kids, right? And that's how we go. And she is all for doing whatever it takes for my purpose to be fulfilled. And it could be anything. I mean, it changes. Sometimes I'm with the kids so she can do something on the platform. She is my IT guru and my producer. So sometimes I just take over the kids so she can get something done for the platform or the TikTok, you know, live or whatever we're doing at the time. And that's what she does. I mean, so we all fill in, and people go, oh, it's 50-50. It's not 50-50. It's like it's like to define it that way is ridiculous. It's more or less We have roles to play, and that's it. I fulfill my role. She fulfills her role, and it does flex. I mean, it's not really like you always do this, you always do that, but there's certain things I always do. I always do the electrical. I always do the plumbing. I always fix all the cars. I mow the lawn. I do all these X, Y, Z things, and so that's why I think it's funny when a lot of modern women will say stuff like, I have to do all that, plus I got to help do their stuff, which, traditional, right? It's cooking, the cleaning, and watching of the kids, all the time. And they'll say that they want to split that 50-50, but they're not mowing the lawn, fixing the cars, running electrical, doing plumbing, go kill the bat or delete the bat. Sorry, TikTok. I love TikTok Shop. So anyway, but yeah, so getting back to that live that was on, TikTok, it started out when I first seen it, it was really good. And then he started letting so many women in that women started, and it was supposed to be a men's group, right? And men were safe zones so they could talk about men's problems that they usually don't get to talk, like the old barber shops or maybe at the bar or whatnot like this, when they're, having a sip here and there. And so that's what was happening. But they started letting more and more women in, not like Chelsey, more on the feminist side. So they started talking about, that guy should have said this way and his tone. And I can't believe he talked to this other guy that way. But men talk to men different ways. A woman cannot tell a man how to talk to another man. You just can't do it. We talk different. We take things in different. We understand different. We have our own language. And sometimes it can be more aggressive than it can, for the women. Like, we're not trying to make everybody feel good. We're trying to listen and give advice, regardless if they want to hear it or the tone doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have to yell at somebody to get out of out of the way of a car, jump right. Or should I just go, oh, can you please jump right? No, it's like, that doesn't matter. Like, you just need to go. But yeah, I noticed like sometimes he'd have 8 slots and 6 or 7 would be women sometimes. And there's a whole bunch of guys like, I'm not coming here no more. Like, why do I want to come here? This has been taken over by women. And he was allowing it. Even in his bylog thing where it said that this was a safe zone made for men and like that, he doesn't even have that no more. He said for everybody. So I don't know if he's just trying to get numbers up or whatever, but it's not a men's group. I do want to start a true men's group, and it will be men. And if women come, women can only come to talk about relationship between a man and a woman, not man to man. Like, tell men how to talk to other men. That's a whole different ball game. Do you agree with that? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. It gives me time to work the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, and speaking of which, it's like something for these guys too is like, when you go into somebody's live, make sure to follow them. Make sure to,
if you like it,
make sure to comment, like it, hit that heart, and grow your network on TikTok. So
yeah, it's all about networking. That's what I mean. TikTok is really that. I mean,
and that's why I've loved meeting all these people. Like I said, either good scenarios, bad scenarios. It's just how people communicate now, which is fascinating. Like before they would. Before, you talk to somebody on a bus, you talk to somebody waiting in line, and now we've got the internet, and so this is like the new form of how everybody reaches each other, and you find these people that aren't in your local area.
Oh yeah, and it was really interesting. Like I was saying, getting back to that, it's like how easily the women infiltrated the men's zone. If a guy has a place where he watches his football game, next women are taking it over, right? And it's like they always want to be where the men are at. And but the men never really just go jump to where the women's zones are at. I mean, usually I've never really heard of that.
Yeah, they actually I posted this article on our site a while back. Is in the UK there was discussion of this.
Follow us right here, guys. Keep going. You can keep talking.
Yeah. So there was a discussion of where do men go, and so they built these places for them to go where they could do manly things. They could build carpentry and, like you said, chat and things like that. And it wasn't quote equal, and so they're like, well, we need to start letting women in these spaces. They started going there. The men stopped going.
Yeah, it's just like the gyms, right? most men want to go and just hit the gym, man. That's all we want to do. And if, yes, an attractive woman comes by, everybody's going to look for a minute and just keep going. But when you dress the way that you want that attention, then you get it. And then you make a vid of somebody, oh, look at him like this. But then make another vid later because you're trapped under a barbell and you want guys to help and they're like trying not to look. And you're over there like could be, in trouble and not being able to, exist anymore. But because of all these vids that guys getting called out for just taking a look or even glancing that way. Sometimes a guy will just go, hey, are you done with this machine? Oh my God, did you see him? See what he was doing? Yeah, he didn't really want the machine. It's so weird, or they ruin the video, right? Somebody will be doing a vid, like trying to do an exercise and they'll get mad because somebody will walk by them. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It's a public gym. Go to a more exclusive or build your own home gym. But it's so funny. If they did a home gym like that, I doubt they would videotape themselves. I'm serious. I don't know why they would.
Unless you're specifically into, like it's your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's your business, maybe you should get one or become a trainer or something. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But anyway, yeah, getting into that zone, like I like it when if somebody starts something, everybody has a niche. And it looked like he had a pretty decent following. I mean, he was on for like 20 hours a day, it seemed like. But when you get that niche, why change it? Because you're going to have some people that don't like it. Some, like, all right, we'll go into like the beta males or whatever you want to call them. You got your alpha, your beta, or whatever, more sensitive type man. If they don't like the way they're talking like that, they will go to a different live. Like you don't need everybody that's on your live. You just don't. You want quality people that are promoting and like what you are doing. And if they don't, there's so many other TikToks and other platforms out there with different people that you can enjoy. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy a good troll every once in a while, but like I said, it's there's so much out there. So for somebody to cater to an audience when you're just getting started, and then getting out of what you really wanted to do, you'll never be happy. It's like if you wanted to be a person that makes cakes, but then everybody else wants you to make, I don't know, salads. Are you going to start changing your TikTok live to salads? But then you'll be like, I don't even like salads, and I'm making salads for everybody. You're going to decorate the cakes or cupcakes or whatever. So if that's your love, your passion, and what you feel you wanted to do on TikTok, you should just keep doing it. What do you think?
Stick with it. Yeah, you're absolutely right because, no.
You all right?
Hold on. Keep going.
All right. Yeah. So like, I mean, the way it goes is like, I mean, you're not going to be happy, especially when you're starting out. Set your guidelines and to stick to them. To stick to them. And you got to give yourself a chance. Not everybody's just going to blow up and get big. I mean, so what you want to do is at least keep 100% to your passion of what your vision was. Now, if you change it because you want to, like, oh, maybe I should do this a little bit different. Maybe I should do that a little bit different. That's different. But when you just have people in there that's like that. And what I noticed, I'm be honest, the more women that came in there, they started to soften it up. The other guys started to soften up because they don't want to offend women. Right. And be more masculine. Right. The masculine was actually a bad word there. It turned into a point you couldn't even say somebody was masculine, which is odd. And in a men's group or supposedly a men's platform, I just didn't understand it. And it's pretty sad because the guy seemed like it'd be a pretty cool guy. But yeah, you let all that in. I mean, there's no way in a men's group that you should have 7 out of your 8 people that are on your panel be women. Can you talk or you can't talk yet?
Yeah, and it's the funny thing is like this is like an alter comparison. Is like we found other lives where like this one I think they did a good job of actually moderating and getting through people, and then the opposite happened, and they just basically let them tear each other apart till it kicked the live off.
Yeah, it's so funny because he's like, oh, I want to hear everything about, everybody that has any issues or whatever. And all I put in there is that men and women have different roles. And this is after he'd invite us up, both of us up, maybe 5-10 times a day to speak. He liked the way we talked. He liked what we talked about. And, we're busy doing our own stuff, so we couldn't do it. But I think a couple of days ago, I went on there just to see how it was doing, and it just sounded like it didn't even sound like that same group anymore. It sounded like a women's group. There was women on there, women scolding men on tone and how they talk and how you should treat the woman and like all these different things. And I was like, I thought this was a men's group, and then it wasn't. And I'm not picking on women. I love women, obviously, but the thing is, like, if it was a women's group and I went on there to listen, I would just listen to the women go. But I wouldn't go to a men's group to listen to women talk the whole time. It's just weird.
Yeah.
So all I said is that, because she was like, oh, it's 50-50 and you got to treat her, everybody's a queen or whatever, and all that. And I was like, men have their roles and women have theirs. And that's what makes a longevity, and whatever that means in your household. Maybe the guy does all the cooking. I don't know. But it's because you're fulfilling his needs, not, and his purpose. And that's what happens. But otherwise, if it switches around, the men are usually miserable. If a man it goes, like there's one man that said that his girlfriend, they have an agreement that she wears the pants. So anything she wants, anywhere they go, do anything, house decorations, everything is all up to her. She wears the pants, but he goes, they're my pants. And I go, what does that even mean? So it was weird. I was like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, it's sad to see it transform. I've never seen something transform like that. Have you, babe?
No, usually once
it was like real time too.
Oh yeah, it was real time. Yeah, because I was actually I thought it was. I thought it was really cool, and I thought it is like the men need their spaces, the women need their spaces.
Yes,
they do. And the concept was fantastic, and I thought it was interesting, and he would ask good questions. But yeah, so and then like you said, just watching it transform from that, I was like, whoa! Like when you told me, I was like, what happened? Like I thought he was doing really good.
Yeah, it was really weird. It just slowly transformed, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that shows though, like what we were talking about earlier with truth, and like this is how it's gotten into the media, right? The media 20 years ago is not the same as it is 10 years ago, which is not the same as today, but it's creating this fluidity, and that's the same thing. Is like you have to base things on a solid foundation, otherwise, like you said, people are gonna come and go.
Yes, and
when you base it on that foundation, some of them will go. But some of them will stick, and now they have some place to stick to. Yeah,
because I just heard a whole bunch today, man. They were all, it's weird. It's almost like, hey, tell me all the things that you don't like that's going on now so I can revamp it. And it was almost every guy that was in the chat. This is the funniest part. Almost every guy in the chat was like, this is not a men's group. This is like, it's changed from when I first got here. And they were agreeing with what I was saying. Like 90% of the men that were in there, even the women. The women go, I thought this was a men's group, but all I hear is women. And there was a couple women up, and there was one that was an older woman, I think, and she was just telling everybody how they should do that. And then they're like, oh, I agree with you. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so, yeah, it's a shame, but it was strange because of the way TikTok runs. People go live like almost every day. So it was interesting that, to see it transform in real time was surreal. Like we're talking about, I think it's only a month old. And I jumped on probably when he was like 7 days old with this. And then just to see it just slowly go. But the last week, boom, all women, man. It just like, even the men seemed like women to me. They were all feminized. Yeah, there was one guy, there got to be more. He calls himself a Sigma. I don't know if you guys know what that is. He's not a Sigma male. He's not. He's nowhere near it. Not even an alpha male. Yeah, it's reality. See, that's fact. If you looked up the definition and had seen the way he talked and how he did all this stuff, he's neither one of those. He's a beta. That's the definition. I don't make those up. That's society. You can even Google it. It would show you. And then look at the way he does his context. You guys would agree. It's just right there.
Yeah, make sure they don't change the definition. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's like, what I find fascinating is
you're
shoot.
Muted. Yeah, I can still hear you. Just not as good.
I probably sound like I'm far away.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, and it's such a different nature to it. Like you said, you see the live, you see the movement, where it's kind of like X, where it's come here, fussy bucket.
All right, fussy bucket. That's not swearing, I don't think.
No.
But life
Anyway,
goes on.
yeah, life goes on. But you get these the nature of, like, let's say YT, right?
Yeah.
So all of those are catered. They're spent with time. They're clipped. There's so much gone and thought into them, or they're super quick and they use AI. Whereas the nature of TikTok is, like you said, it moves on the fly, which is interesting. We even talked about it's almost like a game, right?
Oh yeah.
Where it's like you have to figure out how the game works. You have to figure out the rules and figure out that. And which is true of algorithms, but it's very different. And then you've got something like RB, which is like, just throw your stuff out there. We're not going to censor anything. Just do whatever you want, and we'll put it out there. And then, like you said, they each have their own rules. And I think society is like, they have to cater them, right? They built this platform for people to communicate, and they do it successfully, but it changes, I think, how people communicate. Like, we even talked about this. There's a catchphrase that goes around, which is landing your plane, which is just, hey, I'm done talking. Like, that's it.
And it's weird. I said it a few times. I was uncomfortable saying it every time. It was really weird. But you can't just say I'm done now, or that's all I have.
10-4, good buddy.
Yeah, 10-4. I mean, it was weird. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but
no more plane landing for me. I'm done, unless I have a real plane. After I get the Bugatti.
Yeah, after the Bugatti.
I just like saying Bugatti. Everybody should say Bugatti. But anyway, yeah, it's just I don't know. Like, so we're gonna start doing more lives on TikTok, so we can bring people up in TikTok, and we can actually have panel discussions and stuff like that. So things that I used to do on the FB and text, or on, what do you call them? Post?
Yeah.
I'll be doing live here. So then, instead of like chatting through, we can actually just have a verbal discussion,
Which is actually better.
It's way better.
In my
Quicker,
I was gonna
better.
say, in my opinion, because we even talk about it, is even you may or may not have video, but the voice, the mannerisms, the tone, it still cracks me up. Like, you'll post or comment something and you use all caps.
Yes.
And it's just an emphasis, but everybody's like, stop yelling. Why are you so angry? It's like, it's not angry. He's just pointing it out because there's no italics.
Yeah, and especially in the chat. I mean, it makes it easier. They'll tell you that, like, stop doing all caps, and then they're like this, trying to look at it. And then you put it all caps, they're like, oh, I can read that, but can you stop doing all caps? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I
I've seen
actually
you
agree.
squinting, and then I make big ones, and then you're like, oh, stop yelling. I'm like, all right, I'll go back to the teeny ones that you can't read. And then, they're skipping everybody's messages or whatever in the chat.
Questions. I agree. As a reader of chats, the all caps, like we always say, like, if you guys got questions, post them in the chat. We'll read them out. We'll answer them, and it's so much easier. So again, make sure you guys are tapping. Make sure you guys are interacting. That's what built on all platforms. On all platforms, interaction is what builds them. And there is a war. There is a social media war, and you're in it.
Yeah, there really is. There is a social media war, and you are in it, even if you don't realize it. You're in a war for reality. Like, what is reality? And where's your bubble? Is it small? Is it big? Is it connected to other bubbles? Do you look outside of it, or are you just like, this is all I'm doing, and that's it? I go to work, I do this, I do my TikTok, and then I'm out. Or I listen to TikTok to pass the time until I am no longer here. I don't know. But there is a balance to everything. And I think, I know you got to and want to know the truth. And it's funny that a lot of people, when they get older, they say they're too old to change. And biblically, it really blows my mind, because something that you believed about God or the Most High, maybe you stopped going to church because you didn't like the church when you were a teenager or 20s or 30s or whatever. Or you locked yourself into those, whatever your grandma and your and your mom and dad taught you or whatnot, and as you're growing up, but you never question it. So you just keep doing the same thing, not even wondering if it's correct. Even if you think it's wrong or whatever, or you just don't care and it fits in your slot. You got your Wednesdays and your Sundays or your Thursdays or whatever you do, and you just keep doing it. But I hate to say it, when you're older and you start hitting, like if you're blessed enough to hit 60, 70, 80, or even 90, those people, sometimes when I speak to them, we have conversations, they'll be like, oh, I'm too old. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And I'm like, I hate to say it, you're closer to the end than the beginning. Shouldn't you really like try to trust your 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old you instead of relying on what you thought you knew when you're 15 or 20 or 30, right? Most people are smarter when they're 50 than they are when they're 15. Most people are. So why would you keep I'm just going to keep going what I learned when I was a child and never challenge anything? That to me doesn't make any sense. You have more knowledge now, but you're so busy and occupied now that you kind of just missed the whole boat, right? You're like, oh man, I'm so busy, or I want to watch, the Lions game or Tigers or whatever, or maybe a college football game, whatever, or play pickleball or volleyball, golf, that you don't want to spend the time. You don't think it's necessary because you already know everything you need to know about X, Y, Z, how the elections work, how the Bible works, and, everything else, the health, bacon's bad, bacon's good, eggs are good, eggs are bad. I know, Tora, people, I'm going to hear you about the bacon. I get you. But that's just using it came out. Everything goes back and forth. Go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to AI Queen.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
So she said she was going to come tonight. I see her in there.
Yeah, thank you.
She's shooting us hearts.
Nice.
We know how this works now.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, and if anytime, all right, this is the things that I didn't know. If somebody invites you up and you're on the panel and you get a whole bunch of stuff, don't forget to follow your host, right?
Yep.
Harder, or him, right?
Yep.
And do the share and the follow. But remember, when you're stepping down, don't just close it. Make sure that they knock you down. It's more of a benefit for you. And we learned all kinds of stuff. I met her this morning at 6 a.m. or something crazy. I got up to do some work. And then I showed Chelsey. And Chelsey, there's a group of women. They're so smart, so intelligent. They're very in touch with the Most High. And that's one of the things that I thought was amazing. It's so funny. You wouldn't have known it at first. You know them as good people, nice people. But when you start, you get into the other stuff, you're like, it makes sense. You make sense why they're good people. It did. I don't know if Chelsey can speak, but did it shock you that they were the way they are because you found out that, that they are biblical on that side? They understand the Most High and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not shocking, is it? It's
no.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Cause I think, they want to help people grow just like us.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I think you feel out that spirit, or they send you to it, which is actually really cool. And that's what I can kind of tell the story a little bit. I told it to you, but I didn't get to tell it to the AI Queen. Is that so you found was it Ms. I always mess it up. It's not Ms. Wisdom. It's Ms. something. They might put it in the chat. You can add her if you.
Talking about Pete, right?
No.
That's her with a P. You sure? All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna feel bad for not remembering it. Because it's like something like Ms. Wisdom or something close to that. Ms. Mindful. Thank you. Yeah. So shout out to her. He found Ms. Mindful, and then I followed him to just kind of hang out, see what there was going on in the chat, learn something, and then because of that, I found another member. And was like, I'll just shoot on this live because I don't go on very often because I am usually got my hands full with 3 kiddos. And so I jumped on, feeling spirit, I guess, and I was like, let's just check it out. And she called me out. I was like, oh, hey, how are you? And started reading my bio, which is really cool because no other live had done that before. So again, it's something unique, something different. So I was like, okay, let's check this out. And because of another live you had told me to go on, I was able to follow the instructions, send the heart, follow, all that fun stuff. And I got to talk to him, and they told us even more golden nuggets, and they're very supportive. And so take a check at their find them on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah, follow these guys. Or can I say follow? I always forget. TikTok shop. Some people say you can, some people say you can't. I don't know. Find them.
I haven't found out. That's why
I don't. Why wouldn't they want to? Because that's what you're trying to do anyway.
Yeah, that's
it
why
helps grow their.
I hear everybody
community
say tap them hearts.
Tap the hearts.
Tap the hearts, guys.
But yeah, it was just amazing, and I was so happy to find them, and that, Chelsey, she doesn't have a lot of friends that she can really speak to, especially on a higher level, and they get it and understand business, trying to run a business, trying to learn about how to run a business, how to succeed by networking and networking with the right people, quality people. That's the thing. You could have, a whole bunch of people, but if they're not quality and they're not engaging, it's not worth it. Like, it's better to have 10 people that are engaged than 1,000 that never hit anything and never like or stay in for 2 seconds. If you have, 10 to, 100 people that are always in here chatting it up, even if they're, I don't know, fighting off trolls or having their own conversations, or reacting to something you said. So engagement's the number one thing. I've always said that. And hey, Marcus is on, right now I can't really talk about it, on this thing down here. He's on our thing down here that we right there. I'll decide. Yeah. But
I just hit me what you were pointing at.
Yeah, I'm pointing at the thing.
the thing that I built for this exact reason.
Yeah, I can point like this and I'm not saying anything. So
there you go. That's why we made it.
Yeah, you guys go there or look up that on Google. And .com. Yeah. So you can probably say .com. You just can't say the first part, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
don't know all the rules yet.
Here you go.
But so it's very exciting to learn how this platform works. TikTok. It's new to Chelsey and I. We had one for a while, but it ended up being set to the side until now. And now we're here, and we are learning, and came across somebody else that even knows even more. So I love gaining knowledge and learning new things, and so does Chelsey. Mm-hmm. And so it's a good thing. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about? The steering of society, though. In the chat, do you guys think it's good or bad? Or do you just think it's just like anything else? It's a tool. It can be used for good or bad, the social media. But I do think that we have to use our own discernment and don't let it push us too far off, our morals, both, in our families or communities, business, spiritual or biblical. Yes, when I say biblical, I mean, yes, both physical and spiritual. Most people think of biblical, they just think of the spirit, not the physical. But like everything, it's duality, right? Mm-hmm. He sent his son in the flesh. So he went from the spirit to the flesh and back to the spirit. So we are here in a physical form. And so we have to walk in obedience in both, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And if you guys if you want to shoot us any questions, we always say put them in all caps. It's easier for
yeah, I don't mind the all caps, guys.
me to read.
Because I think this is funny. When people do all caps, I'm like, oh, they wanted me to emphasize on that. I don't go, oh, you're yelling at me.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing like either something in law or biblical text, you're trying to like make those words stand out, especially if it goes against what the norm is, right? If somebody has this type of understanding, you're trying to point out the key words that change that context, even if it's the same scripture, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's where people fall off. But yeah, it's
yeah. So they sent us 5 roses.
I don't even know what that means, but good.
So you owe them a song.
I do. Wow.
That's like, it's one of the things TikTok can do is like you post a goal, and then if they hit it, you do like, actually I can make whatever I want up, but the automatic one is to sing a song. So
wow.
If you can come up with something besides that, I will be happy to change it for you. You need to reset your live goal. Okay.
Who, me?
No, you get to sing. I get to reset the live goal.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm just going to sample some stuff. Oh. How much can does anybody know how long I can sing something before you get in trouble? Anybody?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Copyright or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how long you can do. Or does it matter if you don't have the music? Is it harder if you don't have the music? Anybody? I've never done this before, so this is like new for me. I'll give everybody a few seconds to maybe wonder. Let me see if Marcus says anything.
So what if I do this?
Hey, Marcus, you got any ideas about that? How long I can go? Can I just sample a whole bunch of stuff and it doesn't matter because it's all different? And I didn't even warm up.
Hey, wait. Hey, edit? Can I change it to here? Okay, so there will be sing a song. What's another one we can do?
Marcus said unknown. So Mark, no, I don't mind doing the song thing. It's just like I said. It's just like I'm curious on. But like I didn't warm up. I wish I did.
What
I guess,
on YT?
I can do my emergency warm up first.
So it bothers them, but maybe not TikTok.
All right, this is weird because I've never done this before.
All
right. Let me try. Ready? Wait, is it just me?
Yep, just you.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do my warm up first, guys. It's like a quick thing I used to do, especially when I was younger, and this is what I would just do if I got caught on spot, kind of like what's right's going on right now. So here we go. Let me see. I love the way you love me. I love the way you do. And then I would change it. I love the way you love me. I love the way you do. Let me know if it's cracking, because I don't know if it'll crack either. Like if I do Creed, like, I just heard the news today. It seems my life is gonna change. I close my eyes, begin to pray, then tears of joy stream down my face. It might crack if I go. I can't go all the way. With arms wide open. So like, anybody know any of the the baby face, right? Summer love, it's beautiful, but it's not enough to satisfy emotions that were shared between us. Anybody remember that one? What was the other one? The Iglesias one. I can't, this is funny. I started writing songs. This is so true. I started writing songs, getting myself all prepared for, I can't remember old lyrics that I used to sing all the time. I've never written a song before until last year. It was my first time. And, but once I started doing that and making my own music, I cannot remember old lyrics. It's so weird. What's that? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some songs.
I'm trying to think of a goal.
What? I'll go. I'm trying to think of a song. Is that Backstreet Boys or Instinct? Does it matter which one it is, right? Because it just is what it is. Oh wait, I can do this one. I'm not gonna name names, because if I name names, maybe they'll tag me quicker, right?
It's possible.
Right. All day staring at the ceiling, making friends with shadows on the wall. All night, hearing voices telling me that I should get some sleep, because tomorrow might be good or something. Hold on, feeling like I'm headed for a breakdown, and I don't know why. I don't want to sing the chorus because that's no get me. What?
That makes sense. They might. I know.
But I don't know.
Okay, I reset the goal, and then let's see if this works. There, pen.
I wish I could hear if I hear any music, maybe that would trigger.
I don't know. I just made up something that's like whatever they ask us to. That's what we'll do.
Who asked? Yeah,
if we hit the goal, first one in the chat, it's a race. First one in the chat to ask us to do something after the goal is met. After the goal is met.
Like do something. I mean, but they could tell us to stand on her head. I'm not standing on my head, right? Is that what you mean?
Yep, that's it.
No, it's not gonna.
Within reason.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah, they like the background. Thank you.
Thank you.
That one, yeah.
I don't know how my voice came through, and I didn't warm up. I'm sorry, guys.
This is a mix of our work. The background is, I think, the overlays I built, but it is very much inspired by his artwork.
So basically, you took a lot of my artwork.
I did take a lot of your artwork.
Yeah, I was a comic book artist for a long time. I was a freelance artist. I did murals and all these other things. And so when the Most High told me to start the Flat Out Truth in 17, and we didn't do anything yet, but then in 20, he's like, it was like 7 years exactly later. He goes, "You're starting now." And then since then, I just started doing artwork. All of our stuff at this place down here that we own, or you can go to the .com. You can go to our private thing that's down here, and you'll see all the artwork is mine. I did it all, and it's kind of themed on graphic novels because that's what Chelsey is like. That's your favorite thing to draw, because I can draw realism and all these other things, but I just like that because I could write and I could draw. So it kind of blends them both together. I was working on some stuff at 6 a.m. That's how I found you guys. That's you that's in the chat that I'm talking to. But yeah, so like she did a really great job on the overlays, and like I would let her just take them, and then she was like boom, 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 and then I just give her a little tweak. Oh, maybe like this, and she's like, she just developed it her own way, so it was perfect. And it's so funny because she goes, "Can I take these or steal these?" You're not, because we're together. It's one thing. They're ours, and you're doing it for us. So it's not really stealing it or whatever. So, but yeah, they got better and better. Marcus, he's one of our guys that came back to the from the very beginning when we had our Discord and we were doing beta testing for audio video. He's seen the overlays progress, or at least the audio video. Did we even have overlays then yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Marcus, did we have overlays in Discord? Do you remember that? I'm looking at them in the chat right now.
I don't think we did.
Because what happened is, it might have been, we shut down our Discord for 2 weeks and then we came back to do this and then our own private, that.com. And when he came back, he's like, now I understand why you did it. Because there's nothing like it. If you guys go, you'll see it's nothing like it. Was troubleshooting it. Oh, we were troubleshooting it. That's right. Remember we were audio video.
Oh, that's right. That's why we were like,
yes, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, but so Marcus has been here since the beginning, man. Like seen it all evolve, and
he's a cool cat.
Yes, he is a cool cat. If you guys ever come on there and see him, he's got this cat picture. It's just the eyes and the face kind of thing, and I swear it changes expression because it has that cat look. But sometimes I think it's smirking. Sometimes it looks a little angry. Do you agree with that? Doesn't it look like it switches sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. That's like when I went on a walk with one of our girls earlier, and they have a skeleton painted cat kind of thing, but they made the eyes so it follows you no matter where you go. It's that kind of cat.
Yeah, I wish I could remember that Iglesias one, because then like if I could sing it his way and then sing it my way, it's totally different, isn't it?
It's very different. I did not expect it.
Or even the Mariah Carey when she redid one. I Still Believe. Do you guys remember? Anybody remember that one? Yeah, Chelsey freaked out that I did that like Creed. She couldn't even imagine it, and it came out. How did that sound when I did it like Creed?
That one sounded good.
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
She had to think. You know what I like is because I did it. She had to think about what song it was. Didn't you? It didn't have to register.
I did. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had to actually think of the lyrics. I'm like, no, that is that song. Yeah. It's just so funny. Like I said, this is the fun part about the lives. This is like, it can get like, we start with a topic and it gets off topic, but it's still on topic because it's still about social and media.
Yes. Yeah. That's our whole month. But yeah, I mean, and like I said, there's good and there's bad. We got to meet these great people.
Yes.
I met some not so great people, but that's how it works, right? But you do that in life too. Yes, when we as older people used to go actually out in the world and actually meet people. Sometimes they were good and sometimes they were not so good, and that's just how it works, right? But you hope to surround yourself with people that will lift you up and not pull you down, right?
Right.
And that's what they want, and that's what the Elohim wants for all of us. Mm-hmm. To be together, gather, and lift each other up. And most people will see that. People think I'm mean. She can ask Chelsey. People think I'm mean. And Chelsey's like, you're one of the nicest people because you do so much stuff that they don't even realize you're doing for them. Yeah,
I think it's like you said, like we've talked about, tone and delivery, right? Yeah. So like you'll say a certain, like, I guess it would be a criticism to me, and the people around like, oh my gosh, how can you talk to her like that? I'm like what? Like it's not mean, it's not anything. It's like you said, it's a correction. Like we even talk about like I am a wonderful cook and I should have been on the worst cooks of America. And so I'm improving.
Yes.
But sure. How do you improve? Like you'll pay money and you'll go to a culinary school and they tell you your cooking's not good enough. And so like Ramsey, right? He yells at people and everybody loves it. But it's like as my partner, it's like you're like, hey, this needs more salt.
Yeah,
and
I'm a really
everybody
good
else
cook.
Is like, oh no, it's so good, it's so good. I'm like,
Or they'll say like, you shouldn't say that.
You shouldn't say it.
Like,
but it needs more salt.
Because Chelsea's mom's like that. Like, if like, especially when we first got together, and I'd be like, that's got a little bit too much salt in it. And Chelsea's mom's like, it's fine, it's fine. But her mom's a horrible cook. I'm gonna be honest. Am I wrong?
I did find this out the hard way because I was always told
They said she was picky.
they always said how picky I was when I was younger.
She was smart.
And
She had taste buds.
I guess so. My poor dad didn't.
He doesn't have taste buds.
He doesn't actually.
He'll come to our refrigerator, get stuff out of the freezer, like especially ice cream that he calls it has a protective coating on it. He'll eat it.
He eats all the stale chips too.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I feel bad.
He said he grew up during those times, man. He just ate everything.
Yeah,
But
he
then
had
he
a lot of siblings.
But then he thinks that everything tastes good, though. It's rare that he doesn't say anything tastes bad.
It's both. Yeah, it's both a good thing and a bad thing because you could eat anything.
Yeah, he does.
You're like, it's all good.
He does. He just eats everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty funny though. But like, yeah, it's like I don't mean like mean things, but she's asking me, and I'm like, too much salt, or you didn't put enough salt, or did you remember the salt? Mm-hmm. And
I think there's a lot of nuance to relationships too. Like when we have something, like for example, I said if there's something I want to improve on, and I keep doing it over and over and over, like you're gonna tell me a different way each time.
I try.
Yeah, you do your best. And then someone comes into that situation and they see you say it like for the 50th time.
Yes.
And it's like they're like, how'd you say it? It's like because I said it 50 times, and I'm like, I know.
Yeah. Chelsea's like, I don't get why, I keep doing stuff, right? But you know what? And it's funny. It finally hit me. I've been very disobedient to the Most High. Because I have to get stuff done, and he's like, get up. And I'm like, I'm going to keep hitting the snooze. Get up. I'm going to hit the snooze.
That's something I would do.
And it's like, and I'm mad. I get up late because like, I'm not trying to blame anything on anybody, but I got knocked off my routine, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. A couple weeks ago. And I've been trying to get back on it. Like I used to run every morning with the dogs, and then Chelsea's dad came and fed the dogs, so I couldn't run them. And then so I stopped doing that. And then, it's like this thing's a snowball, but I can't let them do that. I got to get back on the horse. So, and that's it. Like, and that's what I did. So like the last 2 days I've been on it. Haven't I?
Yeah. Yep.
I got sick of being disobedient, man.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Marcus. Marcus, I had told this to Marcus like last week. He'd be like, man, you brought that back up again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marcus.
We'll see you on the after show.
I'm actually obedient now. So.
Yeah, we're getting back on track. And I think, and speaking of like the evolution of things, right? We talked about how the platforms evolved, how we found out all this information from all these cool people. And it's like, that's what our platform is going to do. It's going to evolve with all of these new things that we found and the things that we want to share.
Yeah. You know what I got to figure out? We're going to test this at a different time where I'm going to see how hard I can go on without this cracking. People don't realize if you really blow, it will crack it. Like it won't break it. It'll just start breaking up, and it'll sound really horrible. I don't know how bad it sounded or not, but I have another mic. You guys want to see my sexy mic? This is my performance mic. I haven't showed it to anybody that hasn't been in the house. Look at this pretty thing right there. You guys see that? It's got like a blue tint. I'm gonna love having that in my vids, man. It's gonna be nice. Anyway, and the sound quality is really nice, but it won't crack.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too.
And this is kind of actually it's a lead in to Thursday, really.
Oh yeah. So we have a special guest coming. He's actually a pretty known rapper. He used to tour and do stuff and open for other people for like the last 20 something years or so. And then he got out, and he got injured. He was actually had to learn how to walk again and stuff. And then he battled back and learned how to walk. Everything was fine again. And then he re-injured. I think it was after 7-8 years. Like we're gonna get the full story. I'm just trying to go by what I remember. I try not to over-interview on our pre-interview because I want to be shocked too. You know what I mean? I want to know, like, have that authenticity of like, hey, I didn't know. Like,
sparked a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on? What's
No. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't want to ask him too much.
Yes.
Sparks questions.
Yeah. So, but then he got re-injured, and it's worse this time. And
he just had surgery.
He just had surgery on his hand because his hand is like binding up. He can't walk. He just got a upright. I didn't even know they made this an upright wheelchair. He just got that like a few days ago, maybe in the last week. But man, I'm gonna tell you, he sounds just like Eminem. He does. I'm not, man, you guys gotta look him up. I don't even know we'll get banned. Did you know? Oh, I'm gonna tell you guys this. This is really interesting. Oh. So I tried to share that, who we had on, with somebody in a message. Did you see that it stopped me?
No.
It stopped me. It put an X on it. So I don't know if it's his name or what, but it did not let me send that to the person. So I screenshot that it wouldn't let me send it and sent her the picture, and it went through. But I need to see what her response is going to be, because it's very interesting that when I sent it, it said, no, you can't send that message, because it went against their guideline. And all it was somebody's name. It
wow.
was that, how can we say it? That 10, and then there's foil, and then there's a hat. And sometimes you have a factory. So that's it. But I didn't like that. I love you, TikTok shop. I don't know why I didn't like that. And he goes by, his name is Paul, and his name is Christo, and then her last name is Caesar. But he goes by, what was it? Peasies?
Peasies, yeah.
Yeah. Peasies. Great rapper out of Detroit. Well, yeah, he's still in a wheelchair, man. You guys need to look him up. He did a new album, or what do they call it, EP, when it's small. See, I'm still learning that, dude. I didn't know all the stuff we had to learn. Like because I never written song or music. Yeah. Oh man, just the music though. Remember?
Yeah.
I came out. You guys, I don't know if you guys believe this or not. It doesn't matter. But I went and took a shower after I got the calling to start last April. It was like 3-4 days later. I was in the shower and I started hearing music and lyrics, and I'm like, those are sweet, but I've never heard of the song before. And so I was trying to get the words out. And I finally got a couple words out, because everybody's had that dream situation where you have this dream, you want to remember it, and the more you wake up, the more it goes away. So I was like, but then if you can remember anything of it out loud, it seems like you can kind of remember some of the dream. Mm-hmm. So I finally got some words out, barely rinsed off, went upstairs, and then Chelsea's like, "What'd you say? Do you remember?" When I walked upstairs,
I said, "I asked what's wrong."
Yeah, and I go, "Why you say something's wrong?" And you said, "What?"
Because you look confused.
And I'm what?
Never confused.
And I go, "You ever had a dream?" And I told her, and she's like, "Open up your phone." And I have one of those Z Folds. You open it up. And she goes, Just write everything down, whatever you're talking about. And so I just wrote down for about 15 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. When I stopped, I had 37 songs. And they're good. They're good, man. She read back the lyrics, man. I was crying like a baby.
I'm excited to hear
and then now I've written 10 more songs, and 7 are the ones that we're going to be releasing. So I'm not even tapping into the old stuff. Isn't that funny?
That's right. You haven't. No, still got all that material.
All the new stuff, man. I already got the first demo, but I'm going to redo it and get all my overlays the way I want it. It's fire, man. I had some cousins come from Texas, and they listened to it. Was it day before yesterday, right? Sunday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were freaked out. They were like, "What?" But I don't play music. I don't play instruments. So I had to use software and then manipulate it. And yet I had to put all my oohs, the ahs, the ohs, anything I wanted like that. All that stuff had to be put in there. Like I had to do all that myself and all the layering. But now I even got more stuff I want to do in that one first song. And, but I got these other ones lined up, and they're all different genres. I'll give you that as a hint. Don't put Paulino B Michael in a box.
No. Bust out.
Yeah, it'll be one hip hop, and I never rapped before. I'm gonna tell you that, and I had to learn how to rap.
That's the one I'm most curious about.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but I do country, I do rock, I do pop, R&B, and so all the songs, each one will be different. I'll let the words do it, and it is everything that I know, but I tapped it in so it seems modern. Most people won't even know, So we had started our own record company, and I can tell you the story of that. So we have an intro. I don't know if you guys caught it. That beat was made by my brother like a long time ago when MySpace was around. Because as an artist, I had a graphic novel out, and I would promote it on there, and it looked like a website. And so that was the intro music. It was fire. So Chelsea was like, "Hey, you should use that for our intro music."
Yeah.
So I did. But I didn't have it on my phone, and Chelsea rebuilt all of our computers. So my old computer hard drive is a slave to the new one. I don't know all that stuff all the way. So I'm finding it, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look at it. So I had to locate the old drive and where it was at in there. And And I found it pretty quick. I was pretty surprised. And Chelsey was actually in the other room. There was a bathroom, and we were potty training my son. And so she was in there, and I'm just looking, and I find it's called Navik. And that intro was very easy to find. I have like 5,000 songs in there. If anybody remembers LimeWire, everybody downloading everything. And then everybody had CDs, and they made them all into MP3 so they could have it on their, what do you call it?
The iPod.
iPod. I always want to say iPad.
Or Zune.
Yeah. Zune. That's funny. So then anyway, so I found it really quick. And I'm like, sweet. I can move on and work on something else. And Elohim's like, nah, that's not the one you're looking for. I'm like, what? Yeah, it is. So I'm scrolling because I'm obedient. So I'm scrolling. I come into the J's and find James Ingram. I don't know if anybody knows who James Ingram is. He had that song Just Once. He had a whole bunch of songs. He had one with Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle. Anyway, so I looked down, and I was just messing with my song. And my song is called Yah Always Knows. The flat out truth. That's in parentheses. And so I was messing with that earlier. So I thought I had changed the name of one of these songs because I look, fourth song down, it says, Yah Mo Be There. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Did I mess this up? Did I change the name? So I click on it and start playing it. And it's one of the first words is like, oh, Heavenly Father. And I'm like, what the heck? And it had the 80s beat to it and stuff. And it was James Ingram and Michael McDonald sung that song. And I started screaming for Chelsey. Chelsey comes in. I go, look at that. What's that say? And she's like, is that a typo? Did you say that?
Oh, yeah. I did think it was a typo.
And I go, watch. And I clicked it and played it again. And she's like, oh, wow. And then she looked it up, Googled it. I guess it got up to the Billboard charts 44, right? In 1983. Mm-hmm. And it's called Yamo Be There, but when you hear them sing, it sounds like I'ma be there. So people were singing that at the club, singing I'ma be there, but they were singing about God. Yamo Be There, like He will always be there. And we just thought it was funny because like people didn't know. So we got a record company, and we call it Yamo Records because we're inspired by that. So that's the name of our record company. Yes, we have everything copyrighted and everything is all trademarked and everything. So, yeah. But yeah, that's our thing. It's that's the record company. But I can't believe out of 5,000 songs, I found
that one.
I never even heard of it. At least in my mind, I was like a little kid when that was out. So I could have been singing it and thinking that it said "I'ma Be There."
Yeah.
And actually, I told you I thought I remember "I'ma Be There" as a song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when you look at it, didn't it say the reason why they changed the name because people weren't ready for anything about God like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they didn't think it'd be a hit, so they changed it to the Hebrew name Yah.
Yep.
And it was a big hit. So
it was a big hit.
Anyway, I don't know if you guys think that's interesting or not, but yeah, I started just writing, and I'll go on a run. They'll have me sample some song in my head for like days. I told Chelsey one time that song that Mariah Carey redid with I Still Believe in It. I could hear that over and over again, and I was supposed to sample it. And 2 weeks later, I heard it for like 5 minutes, made me get up. All right, I'm up, and I get down there to the couch and just write a whole song inspired by, it's actually really good. I would like to, you guys will have to wait. The lyrics all the lyrics are really good. Everybody, a lot of people almost start crying over the lyrics. I'm not even joking. Sounds weird, but people they're like, wow, because it makes them think about time. And actually that one's called Time Pass Away. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. I'm excited because it's really weird that I think the music was supposed to be something last year because that's when it came to me. But then they're like, no, you're not doing that. You got to work on this up here to get it ready for everybody else. And, you can find it down there as well. And so it got put on hold. I even was taking vocal lessons, and I even have a vocal teacher that's actually really famous. It was weird, that whole incident. But so I ended up getting with a guy, very famous, and then I had to do that. So I stopped. And then I went golfing. It was like 7 months later, right?
Yeah, it was.
So about 7 months later, I started golfing to like relieve some stress, and it was fun for me. I like to golf, and I met a guy out on the golf course. He was a single, I was a single, and it got slow. He's like, "Hey, you want to play with me?" And I like to talk. See, obviously, I'm talking right now. I love to talk, and especially to strangers, I like to get to know people. And for some reason, my whole life, I said no. I was like, "No, I'm not gonna talk."
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Why am I saying this? This doesn't make sense to me." I'm like, "Nah, it's all right. I'll just play by myself." And he's like, "All right." So he starts to go into the next tee box, and I had just hit to a par 3, and he was just leaving the par 3, and it was like a 35-foot putt, double breaker, And he was like, "No, you need to talk to him." I'm like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, go talk to him." And I'm like, "Well, I got to make this putt. I didn't want to waste it, So I hit it. I didn't even aim it. Man, it went in. That guy looked at it, and he could tell I didn't even aim that it went in the hole. And he was like, "What?" He didn't even aim it. It went in the hole. So I go grab the ball, and I go, "Hey, I'll take you up on your offer." And so I started talking about to him, and found out he was from Flint. He went to Michigan State, yada, yada. He was into economics, and that's what his major was. But what he did for real is his full-time gig that he liked to do is he was a musician. Weird, right? 7 months later. And then he happened to bring up that his girlfriend is a former Miss Australia. It was like 6 years, past. And I would think that she's very attractive still. And anyway, so Australia hit in my name, kept in my brain. I don't know why. Like, remember that. I don't know why. So then get done golfing, get home, and they're about to spray mosquitoes for our backyard. Yes, it's not chemical, all natural. So get off me on that, guys, already. So anyway, the guy that was spraying, I was showing him where to spray. Next thing I know, I found out that he was a rapper about 10 years ago, local famous in Flint. Another guy from Flint. Really weird, isn't it? And before I know it, I was talking about my song, and I showed him the demo and about Yamaha Records. And then he looked at me and goes, "Hey, you going to ever sign anybody?" I go, "I don't know. I never thought about it." And so then I come in and tell Chelsey, and it was like an hour or so later, I get an email, right?
Yep.
And Chelsey checks all my emails and stuff because she does all the, that type of stuff for me. And I'm the talent.
I am also a secretary.
Yeah. And she calls me the talent. So anyway, she was like, "Hey, your vocal coach just wrote you something." And so I get it. And he says, basically, "Paulino, it's been a long time. Are you going to do this or what?" I'm like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." And he had like a Zoom meeting for me on that Saturday. It was like a few days later. So I went on that. And then I talked to him. He's like, "Hey, I got some guy for you. You need to get to this guy." And I said, "All right." So I did it. And guess what? The guy's from Australia. A famous singer from Australia.
It was really funny.
That I didn't even know was famous. I talked to him for like 2.5 weeks, stage presence and vocal coach and stuff. And he was giving hints of who he was. And I went and told Chelsey who he was. And she's like, "Oh my God, I had him on my what's that thing called? iPod.
Not the iPad, the iPod.
Yeah, I just want to say pad. iPod. And then we found out later, like my neighbor got married to their song. One of their biggest hits. Anyway, I didn't try not to name drop, so. But yeah, he is famous, which freaked me out. Not freaked me out. I was just like, that makes sense.
So it was kind of surprising. You're like, "Oh, shoot," because he's so nonchalant.
He's so laid back. Chelsea's seen the recordings I had of him and our talks and even lives. You've seen him when we were live.
Yeah.
Isn't he so chill?
He's super chill.
Super chill.
Yeah. He's like,
Famous. Famous thing, yeah.
Like he talked, like when he's talking about going on stage in front of thousands of people, he's like, "Yeah, you just, it's just normal, and you do this and you do that."
Yeah. It's
it's
normal.
just another day in the life.
But and then you find out that he's a what do you call yourself too? You're an introvert.
An introvert, yeah.
So is he. And you would think that because he's played in front of 20, 30, 40,000 people.
Yeah.
And he did it for like a long time. And he still does gigs now. He's a solo artist now. But it was just interesting that he was like, "Yeah, I had to make a facade, or what do you call it, alter ego." Mm-hmm. And he had to make it so that he was powerful and he liked to go out and stuff like that. But he had to be more angry. What kind of music would you call that? What was that?
Alternative rock.
Alternative rock. So he would say to pump people up, man, he would go out there, "Man, you guys aren't loud enough." And he kind of be really mean to the audience. It was pretty funny because I love the way he tells the story because he could tell he almost felt bad. And he goes, "I'd even curse at him. You're this, like that." And then after he goes, "But then after you sing, and then it's after the concert, you're there and you're signing autographs and they come up to you and you're like, hey, can I have your autograph? And you're like, oh yeah, sure. And they're like, oh man, I thought you were going to cuss me out or yell at me. He's like, no, thanks for coming. He goes, because they thought I was going to be like the way I was on stage, but it was pretty funny, man. And then, yeah, I don't know, man. We got so many stories that this last year is a huge walk for us.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize, I mean, we were supposed to start this 2017. We got the name, we got all the domains, we started our FB, our YT. We started all these things, but I wasn't supposed to start yet. Chelsey even bought a mic and bought a camera. And she got it from Amazon and it came in. And I go, what's this? She goes, oh, I thought we were going to start. I go, no, I can't start. She goes, why not? I go, they said I don't know enough yet. She's like, what? That's what they said. I don't know enough.
Smart guy, no. Nan does know enough.
Yeah. And I was smart then still. I knew a lot of stuff, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
And I was debating back then, but they're like, no, you don't know enough yet. And I'm like, all right. So I just kept going. And then after so much time, I just like every year or so, I'd be like, can I start now? And they're like, no, not time yet. You still don't know enough. And we ended up going down the financial literacy part and learning about trade law, commercial law, how credit works and all that. So we started a business doing that. And Chelsey made the website, everything. It was beautiful. Everything. It's beautiful. Dude, it was blowing up. People liked it. I mean, like the word of mouth was going. We get a phone and all that. Guess what? Don't answer it. I go, what? Elohim, don't answer it. So I'm doing my other job, my real job, or I guess my main job, and my phone's blowing up because, the phone number gets kicked to my phone. And I keep saying, stop, stop, hitting the red button. I even get aggravated. Why do these people keep contacting me? And I go, well, I got a website and I've been advertising. Makes sense.
Got phone number.
But Chelsey never knew it.
And I was just going to say, I was like, and I knew nothing.
She didn't know it. She was like, it's so funny because the way she would word it, it's almost like it was perfect. Excuse me. It'd be on a day where nobody called yet because it'd be a day off or something, a rare day off for me. And Chelsey would go, man, it's weird that nobody called. And I go, yeah, they haven't called because they didn't call that day, but they were blowing it up the other day. But I didn't say that part. I just kept that other part. Like, yeah, nobody called. And then we have our daughter. And then we're on FMLA, for the 3 months or whatnot. And I get that urge and I feel like I'm supposed to be starting something. And I go, hey, I think we're going to start that, really put my foot into Paulino Jerome Enterprises, which is our financial literacy business. And I go, I'm going to answer the phone. And Chelsey goes, what? I go, yeah, I wasn't answering the phone. And I told her the story, like, hey, I was not supposed to answer. She goes, now that makes more sense. She goes, that makes really way more sense.
It did.
And so
it was
then
like a light bulb when I was like, oh my gosh, because I was getting worried. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, she was like, are we doing something wrong? The website horrible or whatever? No, it's actually really good. I mean, so then I end up going to my main job and I see this tree service thing go by and it says LLC. And that reminded me of our thing. I go, yeah, I'm going to start that. They're like, no, you're not. I go, what? You're starting the flat out truth. I go, what? When? They're like, now. I go, now? They're like, right now. So I called Chelsey. I was still at my other job and told her, hey, we're supposed to start this.
I was like, okay.
And we found out later that it was exactly 7 years later when they told me to start it to begin with.
Yeah.
And then the music came 3 days later. And then we found out we're going to build a platform, or, you could go there and check it out.com, or down here, you can look at all that stuff. And before you knew it, man, we're going in there. Then we're like, after a month, we're like, how are we going to finance this thing? And I knew a guy through volleyball. That's what he did. He was a broker, does other things and blah, blah, blah. And I called him. He goes, Paulino, you're going to be like my last one. I'm getting out of this. I'm like, what? Because he was doing it for like 8 years and he was like one of their top guys. Mm-hmm. And he goes, yeah, it's just too corrupt for me. I make too much money and I go do a whole bunch of bad stuff with it. So I don't want to do it no more. And he goes, and then after talking to him for a while, because I had been mentoring more and more like the last 6 months up to that. Remember, babe? Mm-hmm. He would call me more and more about biblical stuff. And then he goes, yeah, I got to get out of it, man. And he goes, you're going to be my last one. And he goes, you're inspiring me. And then it was like 2 weeks later, right? After we got the loan,
yeah,
he's like, I quit my job, man. And I'm going to do chickens.
Yep.
He does full range.
Chickens for Christ.
What do they call it? Free range chickens. And eggs for Jesus. And it even says it on the carton.
Yep.
I'm not joking. And he goes, and he's loving it. He's like, I blame you, Paulino. I go, blame me all you want, brother. Because he's not doing all that other stuff he was doing. And now he's doing raising chickens for Jesus, man. It says it on there, and he talks about God, and, so, hey. And that's only one story. You know how many people have done it too? It's kind of weird.
You have a lot of stories.
But isn't it true though?
Oh, it's very true.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like, Chelsey can't even send me to the store. Before you know it, I'm meeting all kinds of people.
Yeah. That's what it's so funny. Cause like being the introvert that I am, it's like, I don't talk to people well. I'm socially awkward. I like people, but I'm like, I can't, I'm horrible. I'm too scared to even talk to him most of the time. And so he's kind of got me on my shell. It's like, what's there to be, scared of, and what is fear? It's just, it doesn't exist. It's just a thing of the imagination. Yeah. And then he meets all these cool people. And the nice thing is I don't have to talk the whole time. So I don't have to go out of my bubble. I just get to listen. And then when I want to chime in, I can. So which is fun.
Yeah. So like, this is just a little background on who we are and what we've been doing. We even got merch.
Our social profile.
I mean, if you guys like this and anything, if you like the truth in anything, see this? It doesn't matter what it is. Man, I have so much merch you wouldn't even believe. Colors, things, even stuff for babies.
Even stuff for babies. Yeah. Women, men.
I would show you this other stuff, but you're not allowed to drink anything, I think, on this live. But you guys can go check it out. Store.com. Is it down there?
It's next. It's
there
going next.
Like, right. I'm going to go back.
If you point down, that's the landscape, but it's up on TikTok.
Oh. So it's the same spot though, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I've been pointing.
I wonder if YT hates if you say TikTok, so you can't say that either.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll find out.
So we got to make a code name for that one too.
Maybe.
That's funny.
I don't know. We'll find out.
TT.
We did say they are in a war, man.
Yeah, we'll call it TT, I guess.
TT.
But so like there's so much stuff. I mean, there's like the story goes on and on. If you guys do go to our, whatever there, our in the description or in the origin story, it shows you. So it talks about how I came up, and then and that was Act 1, because it's like a comic book, like I said, but it's like a graphic novel. And then it goes to Act 2 when I meet Chelsey, and then Act 3 is to come, because I cannot finish writing Act 3 until we are officially launched. And I can tell you this, I know that I'm officially launched when I get to 10K on FB on that platform. And we're at 9.3. Mm-hmm. We've been up to 9.4, but it goes back. But everything is on their time, not my time. So I just do what I'm told. Most of the time.
It was on, I can't remember what it's called, because I just watched it today and my memory is horrible.
What?
But the AI queen posted that. She was the one that posted the
the
video.
AI one. Yes.
Yes.
Chelsey goes, this is you.
Grandma.
She goes, this is you. Right there. She shared it to me, not because for me, it was like everything I say, your AI grandma said. I'm not even joking. You can ask Chelsea. It freaked her out.
I did. I heard it. I shared it.
Yeah. So she sent it to me. And so it was amazing. I was like, yeah, that's just the way it is, man. When people come and go, it's just for a season. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll come back. Sometimes they won't. And people get mad at me because I go, you'll be in my life as long as I need you. And they take offense to that. But it's the same thing on the other side, right? I mean, people come and go for their own needs as well. I mean, for their own purpose of whatever they're getting out of it. Yeah. Some people stay longer. Some people think you're crazy. It doesn't matter. But like they'll come and go for a short period. I'll tell you this. When you get worldly status, you get that fame, you get this, everybody comes back. Everybody's your cousin. All your brothers come back. You're your favorite from your mom, right? Oh yeah, that's my brother, all right. Yeah. That's how it happens. Everybody's your cousin. All your friends will come back, or I call them acquaintances. You just got to remember how close to let them come back, right? And by their fruits you will know them. So, but yeah, there's so much. I mean, we could just go on and on. Like Chelsey, like she laughed if I go to the store. One time I went to the store, and I go there to go grocery shopping / get some deodorant, things like that. So I started in the deodorant part, and I got deodorant. I put it in the cart. I meet a guy, and he's mumbling something to himself. And I just started talking about him. We started talking about the biblical stuff because he ends up being a deacon. And we're talking about this and society and things like that and all kinds of stuff. He goes, man, you know so much stuff. What else you got? And I just kept going and going. We had somebody chime in. Next thing you know, I'm there 2 hours, rotated about maybe 6 to 7 people. And then he's still there. Chelsey asked, hey, where you at? You home yet? I go, no, I'm still at the store. She goes, oh, still? She goes, I'll meet you there. She goes there and I'm still talking. And then me and the deacon finally break up. He gets to meet Chelsey and all that. And yeah, that's just how it is, man. And I do it all the time. Dude, we've had somebody call in on a missed call when I'm doing a show and talk to them.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, if you get somebody that comes to my house trying to sell me something, usually they join.
Oh, yeah. I think we're at a 99% conversion rate for people that solicit our house.
I'm being honest. I just talk.
I think the only one we didn't get was we had a pair of Latter-day Saints.
Latter-day Saints.
One of them was convinced, one of them was not.
One was convinced, and the other one was shaken off of his belief system. I don't know. And then I think that's probably it. But I meet people at the drive-through or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're surprised too when they came to. You're like, come back in 1 hour and we'll chat. And they did. They came back in an hour, and I don't think I think they thought they were gonna get blown off.
Yeah. I was like, I'm serious.
They're like, no, yeah, we'll talk.
I'll talk to you. You talk to me about your stuff, and I'll talk to you about my stuff. I think it's fair trade. I mean, it is our lives, right? I was like, my life for your life. Time is precious from both sides. So, yeah, you want to talk to me? I'll talk to you back. So I thought it was a fair trade. That one guy was telling the other guy he better not get a hold of me because I think he got too curious and they probably didn't like that.
You do tend to pique people's curiosity.
I just teach them and tell them the flat out truth.
That's why we have a curiosity community.
Right? I can say the flat out truth though, right?
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yep. So that's our last shout out, I think, for everybody on everywhere. Yep. Head to that.com. Check out all of our social up above on FB and TT. Down below on everything else. And we are headed that direction.
Yes. We call it the Unchained.
We call it the Unchained because we have it and we don't have to worry about anybody telling us what we have to say.
I'm really thirsty.
And yeah, that is true.
I am very thirsty. I got these all around me and I can't even take it.
You can't take it. Yep.
Wow. It's like a buffet, and you're on a diet or something. You can't eat it. So.
And it's a community. It's not just something that you click and look at. It is interactive and we want to see everybody there because we want everybody to share.
Everybody has knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Or want to learn something.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them are needed, right? Because not everybody's a chief.
Yeah.
And the Indians are really actually more important. That's the foundation. Mm-hmm. Just like when you're on TikTok here, it's the people that are in the chat that are engaging. That's the main thing, not the people that are just in the panel. Sometimes you get people that are in the panel that know stuff, and sometimes you don't. You're blessed when more people in the panel do know stuff. And they know so much. They know that the people that are down in the chat that are conversating are their foundation. They know it. And they don't take it for granted if you're smart. So anyway, it was a pleasure. And I can't believe, I don't know what was going on on TikTok. I didn't get a chance. Chelsea's got it up on hers, so she gets to see everything.
I do.
And I just talk and yap and keep going. But I got so much story to tell because that was like the first month.
Yeah. Jeez.
I didn't even get stories. There was this one point where we were like, hey, how much would it cost for you to stay out of work for your job?
Yeah.
And I was like, $10K. Boom, $10K came. I'm not even joking.
Nope.
I'm not even joking. Yeah. I mean, so many things. I call it the hands of Yah. We went through so many things where some people would call them miracles or lucky.
Blessings.
I bet you it's like 300. Yeah. Favor, right? Mm-hmm. Blessings and be in favor from obedience and stuff. I am not exaggerating if I would not say it was over 250 to 300. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
Like I said, I've been like, I've been a believer my whole life, and I've seen some things here and there, but nothing like it's been since the past year.
I tell you this, the thing, like I've cried more in the last year than I ever have my whole life, right? And when you get hit by the energy of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit hits you, man. I have people around me tell me they feel it. Chelsea's felt it. I've been in this chair right here when it just hit me so hard. She said she could just feel it hit her. And they can't help but react to it. There was a guy that came here just to put in a security system.
Yeah.
He's putting in one security system, had to come in here. Oh, what's the flat out, whatever. And I told him, and he's seen the Bible I have back there, the Sefer Bible. And then he came to me and goes, hey, you know Yah? I go, yeah, he's my best friend, you know? The Elohim, I talk to him all the time. They're like my friend. And found out later that his dad teaches Paleo Hebrew. How do you get that? It's right.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to hear the song. I took him upstairs because I didn't have all this stuff hooked up yet, and played the song. And shoot, he was almost crying. Oh, that might be a cue. But yeah, almost crying. See, I said crying. That's what happened. But you can ask Chelsey. And he said, man, he had his hands in the air like he was in a church, and he was like, brother, I've never felt any energy like that in my whole life. And he said it again. My dad teaches Paleo Hebrew, and I've never felt that because I'm gonna go home and tell my dad. And yeah, so we're trying to get him on as a guest at some point too. So that'll be a really good show, don't you think?
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess we can go now, and I'll be on. We'll be on other lives and stuff, and I'll get some more yapping. If you guys, anybody wants to know anything else, or we can talk some more stories. But we always start with a different topic, and just try to spread some knowledge and make people want to seek, right? You want everybody to seek the truth, and the flat out truth, and the ultimate truth, which is Elohim, Yahweh. Even if you guys don't believe in him, you say his breath every time you breathe in and out. Yahweh. Can't help it. You're doing it. Even if you're an atheist, a Gnostic, or just a non-biblical good person. Or even all those Christians out there. You're saying his name even if you didn't ever know it. Anyway, we're ready to shut this down, go to the next one, right?
Yeah,
So,
we'll meet you guys over there.
yeah, I hope to see you guys there. And are you gonna
Let's
merge
do
in?
it.
Yeah, right. Thank you for joining us, guys, and thank you TikTok and everybody else. I am Paulino B Michael,
I'm Chelsey B Michael.
and as always, be safe.
Be blessed.
And that's the flat out truth.